Hello everyone, we are so excited about the new mobile app we just launched. It is available right now on the links below on both Android and Apple. We are super excited, right babe?
We are so excited, and don't forget our website. We have a brand new website that goes right along with this mobile app. That link is also down below in the description box for you. Download this app. It is going to impact you so positively.
Absolutely. So we hope you enjoy the show. We love you guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry.
And I'm Angel.
And we just want to thank you for all of your comments from the video that we did a couple weeks ago. Angel just poured her heart out and told her story, and we could not be more grateful to be able to help and touch as many hearts and as many people that we did. So that was our reason for doing it, and
so much.
It was amazing. So we just want to thank you so much.
I can't talk a lot about it, but yeah.
It was amazing. Thank you, babe.
It was.
So today we want to come to you with a different twist or a different spin on support. So a lot of times,
something we haven't really seen a lot of.
Exactly.
So
but we've been asked, a lot of comments, from people who are whole food, plant-based, vegan, raw, and you don't get the support that you necessarily need or want from loved ones or family members. So, we thought we'd do a video, and I'm going to tell it from my side of the story, from the supporter side of the story, in terms of, how do I provide the support to the ones I love as they go through their lifestyle journey of health and healing. And I'm going to share some information and from my perspective again on how Angel and I are aligned. Everyone talks about, you guys are so aligned, you guys are so, and we are on a lot of things. I mean, there are some things we aren't necessarily aligned on, but we still support one another. So I'm going to talk to you from the perspective of the support. And I want you to show this video to your loved ones. Show this to the ones that you want support from. And I'm hoping that, by you showing them how we support one another, they'll be able to help and learn how to support you. So,
or tips and tricks on how they can better support you, because what I hear, I'm sorry, honey, but I gotta say, what I hear a lot from people, or questions that I get posed, or questions that I hear all over YouTube, is what do I do? Not how do I get the support, but what do I do when I want to live a certain lifestyle, but my family, my friends, whoever, my loved ones, my cousins, my kids, whatever it is, they don't live that way, and I must do this and this and this. And we give a lot of tips on what you should do. And Terry's bringing you a totally different twist today, which we haven't had, and saying, here's something to share with your loved one on perhaps how they can support you, because you already know all the things you should be doing. Bring your food, make this, you already know all that. So anyway, honey, take off.
No, thanks. And we forgot to tell you, we were going to make, or my baby's going to make and share a recipe at the end of this video. So it's amazing. I can't wait for you guys to try it and taste it. So didn't want to forget about that, because you're probably wondering, well, there's food in front of us. We are going to eat. So
so this is a twofer video.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So again, how do you provide support to the one that you loved, and how can you share this video and information with the ones that you love? First and foremost, I want you to be able to share this with your loved ones and share this with the people to provide you the support. And I want those people to see you through your journey of health, your journey of life, your journey of healing, your journey of not where you are, but where you're headed. And you don't always have to be aligned. When Angel went raw, perfect example, when Angel went raw, I didn't go raw. I went high raw, but I was still able to provide support for Angel And what I did is I said, you know what? This is important to Angel. So because it's important to Angel, it's important to me. But even outside of that, you have to show empathy. And then again, this is for your supporters. Your supporters have to show empathy. And what does that mean? That means just putting yourself in that person's shoes in their journey. You don't necessarily have to walk it. You don't necessarily have to agree 100% with it. You don't necessarily have to buy into it. But in terms of support, if it's important for that person, let's make it important for you to try to provide the right level of support so that person is successful on their journey. I mean, let's face it. We're all here trying to heal ourselves and get healthy so we can sustain our life to spend more time with the people that we love.
Yeah.
So getting that support, it involves some empathy. It involves, that person, you helping your loved one, putting yourself in their shoes and understanding, where they're headed, their journey, and where they're going. So empathy is a big thing. So because it involves compassion. It involves not being selfish. It involves you putting yourself in a position where you can provide support and not judgment. Because words, people. And if you listen to Angel's video last week, people don't realize how much words cut and it can hurt people. So providing the right type of support doesn't mean judgment. Don't provide judgment, provide support. And the words that you choose and the words that you speak, you have to be careful with those words because again, they can cut and they can hurt and they can hurt deep. So, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are, trying to find a healthy way, trying to find a lifestyle that fits them, whether it's vegan, whole food, plant-based, raw, high raw, whatever the case may be. And, one of the things that, we did was, even when Angel went raw, and I didn't go raw, but I still supported her, is, you can still make dishes together. You can still, it doesn't have to be, a line drawn in the sand. You eat your way and I eat my way. It doesn't have to be like that. You can still prepare meals and cook together and come together as a family and support one another in your own journeys. It's not like you have to have a separate kitchen. It's like, oh my God, this person's eating vegan, I can't. No, it's not like that. So I would just ask you, for your loved ones, support them and say, hey, let's make a meal together. And, a lot of times through conversation, and you hear us talk a lot on our show about, we take things to picnics and people end up eating our food more than they eat their food. Well, why is that? Well, because it tastes great. It tastes good. And then you have these misperceived conceptions of how, raw food tastes or how whole food, plant-based food tastes. And it's just totally different. But you have to keep your open mind. You have to keep an open mind. Again, so compassion, empathy, no judgment, keeping an open mind, and then providing that right level of support that your loved ones need.
That's beautiful.
Adapting to change it's not easy. It could be very difficult.
Yeah. Especially when you're used to long term.
Exactly.
How the person always has been. So sometimes it's hard.
Exactly.
For the people that are experiencing the change and may not be ready for the change.
Right.
It doesn't make them bad people.
It doesn't make them bad people at all.
You're right. Change is really hard.
Change is hard. So, in adapting habits, if you've ever heard, it takes 7 days to develop a habit. And it's tough. It hasn't been easy for us. We're here telling you our story. And you can see us now, in the living, but to say it was easy, I'm not going to sit up and say it wasn't easy. We had our own challenges, but you know what? We were right there supporting one another. So I want you to be able to, get in the trenches with your loved ones and provide that right level of support. And just like you're providing support to them, they'll provide support to you. It's funny because, a perfect example is going out to eat. Going out to eat is just this. It seems like this big thing, if you're vegan or you're raw and you're going out to eat with, a couple of friends and so on and so forth, and they aren't raw. They have the standard American standard diet, and they're not vegan, they're not whole food plant based, they're not raw, and it's like this big thing. It's like it doesn't really have to be that way. And maybe you're not whole food plant based or raw or vegan, and your loved one is, and you're going out with others who aren't as well. You know what? Provide that level of support. It's not taboo. It's not anything that's crazy. That person will, your loved one, they'll either bring something that they can eat, or they'll find something on the menu, or better yet, be supportive and help them find places and different places where you can go together and say, hey, babe, I checked out these 2 or 3 restaurants. Why don't you take a look at the menu? I took the liberty of bringing up the menus on the web. Why don't you take a look at them and see which one works best for you? And then that way you're engaged, you're involved, you're working together, you're providing the right level of support, exactly, being inclusive, and then you make suggestions and recommendations on where you can go eat. So it's just that easy, and that little
maybe
bit of,
don't put that off on them. Like,
exactly.
Well, I know that you're different than all 8 of us, so you pick a restaurant, right? That's so much pressure, and it makes that person still feel
like an outsider,
out of place or an outsider. And a lot of times it's more about the social part, or maybe getting dressed up and living your best life. It's about the social aspect, so they don't want to have the pressure all the time of, well, you pick because you're the one who eats weird, and I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And have those
honey?
stigmas, exactly. So and that's how you can provide a level of support where it's not a stigma, it's not an inconvenience. You're helping them. You're being engaged, you're being involved. You're saying, hey, look,
much.
Oh my God,
those little gestures.
It means so much. It means so much. So just going that extra mile to say, look up some menus, look up some restaurants, and just provide different options for people. So they can have choices. I mean, let's face it, there is so much division. It's sad to say, but there is so much division in this world. And we don't need any more division in this world. We need to come together. We need to come together as families. We need to come together as loved ones, and we need to come together and support each other as a community. So all of you are part of our whole food plant-based community. And again, I know you have loved ones who don't support what you're doing, but I want you to share this video with them, and I want you to try to help them to understand. And again, it's not a cult. It's not like you're trying to convince someone to be whole food plant-based, but you are trying to help yourself heal and try to help yourself get better. And guess what? In that attempt, you're also helping others get healthy and helping others heal. So
giving more time to your loved one, giving more time of yourself, of your best self, your healthy self, your vibrant self to your loved one, instead of being sick.
Good point.
I mean, so you're giving them the gift of life, of yourself being life and vibrant and feeling really good. So, for those loved ones listening in that don't follow this lifestyle, great. I mean, we're not dogmatic about this.
Not at all.
We just have our own goals and want to be together. And I do think that, Terry and I, and the way, we live in our eating lifestyle is very, very aligned. And I know that's not a lot of couples and stuff. And that doesn't mean we're aligned with the rest of our family or friends by any stretch of the imagination. But I loved when you said about empathy, honey, because, Terry's never struggled with his weight. And so dealing with me and my struggles and my skeletons and all of that, he has had so much empathy and compassion for me, and said the whole time, I don't know how you feel, honey, but just supporting me in those times in my feelings.
Yes.
So I think it's so important. I loved what you said about words, because words are very impactful. So, I mean, you have us on YouTube and we're here, but those people that you love and that you cherish and are part of your life, they mean so much. So I hope, this helps them maybe better understand what they can do. I'm sorry, honey, I know you weren't.
No, because I want everyone to hear your perspective as well, because we're in this together. You know, we made this decision. We're in this together. We were committed 110%. And again, I know that's not what we're hearing. That's not what most people are experiencing and what most people are going through. But we're here to tell you, you're not in it alone. You're not in it alone.
Yes.
We've created this community for you, to help others. And, you know, anytime, you know, reach out to us. And we've had a lot of communication back and forth with different people. And, you know, we try to help. We try to just help each other, you know, lift each other up. You know, we lift you up. You guys, you lift us up. You know, you lift us up.
My gosh, to the highest heights. I was just thinking about, like, for the loved ones, when you go out, go to your favorite restaurant, bring this person that eats a certain way, and so they don't have their food there, that's okay. And then, you know, just be like, I love your company. I love you being here with me. That means so much. Everything is around food. I don't care what it is. Birthdays is around food. We focus on the birthday cake. We focus on what is everybody going to eat, the cookout or whatever it is. You know, weddings are all focused on the food. Are we going to have a sit-down dinner? Are we going to do this? It's all about the food. Forget about the love, right? You know, and just Christmas or whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, you know, all of the holidays, Easter, etc. Everything is focused on food, gatherings, get-togethers, barbecues, you know, just the whole thing is all focused on food, and maybe focusing more on the friendship, the love, and having that person that eats different and already feels different and out of place feel a part of something.
Right.
More social.
Absolutely.
More social. And don't feel uncomfortable for them. We don't feel uncomfortable when we go places.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You know, don't, you know, and it's so kind sometimes to feel uncomfortable for that person. But I'm saying, for me, don't put the pressure off on them. You find the menu, you find the restaurant, you decide what we're going to eat. Because now it's just more pressure,
right?
You know?
Exactly. And that's, I mean, you make some great points, honey. And, you know, it's all about coming together and collaborating and providing that support to your loved one that they need. Because this is a journey. It's not easy. It doesn't come, you know, just, you know, fly by night. It's something it's a lifelong journey. It's not a diet, you know, it's not a diet. This is a lifestyle, and it's something that will help that individual, help your loved one spend more quality time with you, more quality time with your family. And that was a great point. Quality time, you know, energetic, you know, full of life. And maybe because who wants to spend, you know, time, especially as we grow older, who wants to spend time with the family? And you're sick, you're ailing, you can't, you know, spend time with your,
it's heartache,
with your grandkids and with your kids and with your family. It's heartache. I mean, we run around here with our grandson like it's nothing. It's great. And we're active, and he's active, and, you know, we're all, you know, whole food, plant-based, you know, vegan, raw. I mean, it's just, it's amazing. And I can't even, you know, think about what it would be like if we weren't that way, you know, with aches and pains and, you know, medication and things of that nature. I just can't even think about.
But we're not outcasts. We're part of society. We're just trying to spread the word and the love, and it's okay. We are so okay with everybody's lifestyle. Of course, we see people when they're sick, and we just want to say, we have the golden ticket. We can help you, but that's really a personal choice. So if your whole food plant-based family member, or raw family member, vegan family member is supporting you in your carnivore diet or your standard American diet or whatever you choose to do, then just return it.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. And great point. And here's the key message. You do not have to eat the same to love someone.
No.
You don't have to eat the same to love someone. And, you know, just coming together and understanding and supporting one another is key.
It means everything.
Exactly. So, you know, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I hope that you can share this video with your loved ones and, you know, get some inspiration, get some camaraderie, come together and support one another. Because, you know, at the end of the day, we're in this together. You know, your loved ones may be eating different from you. But you know what? You're here to help support them. They need support from you, just like you need support from them. And it's important.
Because you love them.
Exactly.
That's why it's important.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that's all, babe. I mean, that's
Thank
all I want to
you,
say.
honey.
You're welcome, honey.
I love you so much.
You're welcome. So what are we going to make?
Okay, so I am so energized after that talk, and I hope you enjoyed. It's just a different perspective, not all about what you can do in this situation, but how your loved one can help and support you, and maybe hearing from Terry and I some different perspectives, because I know they're good people because you love them.
Yes.
They have to be good people. It's
Yes.
just more of an understanding and tweaking. So
Yes.
I decided, I was so hungry the other day for a veggie wrap. I'm like, I need a veggie wrap. I need a veggie wrap. Well, I eat raw. So I have to, number one, get raw wraps off of Amazon where I found them. And I couldn't wait for the shipping because I wanted it. And I can make raw wraps in my dehydrator. But I decided I wanted it when I was hungry, so I didn't have, 7 hours to wait or what have you. So I didn't plan ahead for my hunger. So what I did is I decided to make like a 2-minute veggie wrap, and I utilized some things in my kitchen, and it turned out incredible. So now it's my veggie wrap of love. And I was like, oh, I have to bring this to my community on YouTube because they can go 1, 2, 3 and get something so wholesome and so delicious. Even Terry, he tried it. He was like, wow, this is amazing. And he's just like, oh, I'm so glad we're doing those veggie wraps on YouTube today because I really want to have one. So it knocked it out of the park. It was really good. First thing I did is I made a hummus as a spread. I did not soak chickpeas because, like I said, I didn't have time. I wanted it, and I wanted something that I wanted something savory, and I just wanted it all. And I wanted it in that moment, and I got it, and I'm super stoked. But this hummus is 100% raw. It does not have any beans in it. Anything. It was 1, 2, 3. I took some veggies I had out of my fridge and I put them in the blender, and I got this.
Wow. Look at that.
It's really tasty. This is all whole food. I'll put the recipe on the app. It'll be on the website. We'll throw the links in the description box or the recipe or whatever my editor does over here. So you will have access to the recipe, but I'll just tell you, this is a zucchini. It is little tahini, raw tahini. It's a red bell pepper. You could leave the red bell pepper out and just make a zucchini. That would be fine. I put like 2 cloves of garlic in here, fresh garlic. In this, I mixed in some green onions because Terry loves green onions. I didn't put those in the blender. I mixed them up in here. It has lemon juice in it. You don't have to put the green onions. Put something that you like, or throw some salt-free, oil-free seasonings in here that you like. But the base, I'm going to share the base with you, which is like, I don't know, 5 ingredients or something. And they're all raw and they're all whole food. So I'm super excited. When we tasted it, it was like, it's a little bit more runny than your average hummus, but it's still very dippable, very spreadable. It's delicious. So
It is.
I loved it. All right. And then I just take some of your favorite fresh veggies and cut them up the way you like. This is just some butter lettuce, some fresh homegrown cucumbers out of the organic garden. Actually, my son and daughter's organic garden, and they brought me this huge cucumber, so that's that. This is a fresh homegrown tomato out of my organic garden. I put some extra green onions on here because my sweetie loves them. And then just some carrots that Terry julienne for me here. And then we cut up a orange bell pepper. And the reason why we have 2 oranges here is because I had a red bell pepper in here. So, and we like the colored ones. You could use the yellow one. Use anything you want. You could put mushrooms. It doesn't matter. So what I did for the wrap, you can always use a lettuce leaf for the wrap. That's just fine. These are delicious that way. But I took the nori, and the nori that I buy is dried. It's not roasted because I want it to make sure it's raw. So that's all it is. This is 100% seaweed. No salt, no nothing, no roasting, no oil. That's all it is, and it's dried. So here's the 2-minute wrap. I just put the nori sheet down, and I put, this is what I did, but do it your way. I put the couple pieces of butter lettuce on here, just laid them down. And then I'd like to put this over top, the hummus over top of the lettuce so that it doesn't get the nori too wet and soggy, so you can pick it up and eat it like a wrap. And I like to put a lot on here. And look, there's
Good
no
flavor.
no
Good flavor.
Awesome. And there's no guilt because it's all fresh veggies. Hello.
Exactly.
And I say fresh veggies, but a lot of those freshies, a lot of those veggies are actually fruit. The pepper, the bell pepper is fruit. You know, the zucchini is fruit. So
Can I put some of this stuff on?
yes, absolutely. I would love it. So just pile the stuff on. That is beautiful, honey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pile the cucumbers, the tomato, you know, whatever.
Pepper.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
There's other veggies that you love, do it up. You see how Terry's
Some
putting the green onion on there because he loves it. Some of this organic, homegrown, yummy stuff.
Tomato.
And we just threw it together because we're trying to move quickly. It looks like that. I did it on the, see how I have it a little bit on the bottom half of the wrap? It just makes it a little bit easier.
Easier to wrap?
You can, because I want to wet this and I don't want the hummus sort of dripping up there. So you can make this as big or as small as you want because you don't have to wrap this up like a sushi. We're not making a sushi, we're making a veggie wrap. So you can, whatever. I mean, fill it up or make it small and make a bunch of them. This is completely guilt-free. It's all raw. It's all vegetables.
That's how you seal it, honey?
And, oh yeah, sorry. I have a little bowl of water here. I'm so busy. And I just put the water, dip my finger in the water and I just rub it right on the edge of the nori wrap. It's my glue. And then I roll it over. And there I have my, you know, less than 2-minute veggie wrap. And we are gonna make this. So just hold it nice. And I like to cut it on an angle to make it pretty. Make sure you have a, make sure you go all the way through. And then you have this beautiful
Delicious,
veggie wrap, and you can make hundreds of them and enjoy it. So me and my sweetie are gonna try this. It is so good, and I'm telling you, these wrappers I buy at the Asian market, I can't tell you what brand they are because I can't read it, but they don't taste really seafoody. It's just a little bit of a like an umami flavor or something, but they don't taste seafoody. So in case you're wondering, they taste really good. Salud. And crunchy.
Wow.
So good.
Really flavorful.
So good. There's not one.
What a great idea, honey.
I'm so excited about this.
Really flavorful.
Because I can have a veggie wrap all day, every day, anytime I want it in a second. What I love about this is there is zero salt, zero oil. I didn't even use tamari or miso. I wanted to pull back and see if I could make something really raw and really delicious and make the taste come out from the vegetables. So use the different vegetables to make the taste come out. You're going to love this.
You did it.
So,
well, we hope you guys love this video. If you love this video, like this video.
Please like the video.
Absolutely. Hope you guys, loved our talk today and our discussion, and hopefully there were words of encouragement and hope and help to help you because we love you guys. If you love us, again, like,
subscribe,
and subscribe. So we love you guys.
Do all the stuff.
Absolutely, do it all.
Yep. All right.
So we can't wait to see you guys soon.
Love
Take
you.
care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.